Okay, we're back. Episode 2, Bel Air, Season 2. Let's get into it. So, at a basketball game, Will's B-ball game, Will's coach tells Will to kick it out to Kirk on the perimeter for the game winner. Kirk then misses the shot. So, this is like the play on when, in the comedy series, when Will and Carlton were on the same team, and then Carlton took the ball from Will and tried to shoot the game winner. So, that's a montage to that. Will and his coach have a back and forth. Doc has seen all this. Doc tells Will nobody argues with the winner, and he should be. And it's about getting the W. All right. So then Carlton tells his folks he wants his meds dosage lowered. He's on psych med, not psych meds, but the ADHD meds, and he wants it lowered. He says it's messing with his sleep pattern, and he's become more anxious the longer that he's on it. Phil talks to Will about the loss and Doc and future plans. The next day, Carlton tells Will maybe the coach wants him to be a more effective leader. Miss Hughes, played by Tatiana Ali, aka Old Ashley, talks about the Great Gatsby. There's a little white girl that's having trouble with the assignment. Ashley then returns the book to Miss Hughes. Miss Hughes then gives Ashley another book. It's called I'm Still Here, Black Dignity in the World of Whiteness. The same little girl sees Miss Hughes give Ashley the book. All right. So then Hillary then asks to borrow Jazz's 64 Impala for the video shoot. He initially says no. Then he says yes, provided that she's the only one to drive it. Lisa, this is Will's, I guess, ex at this point, convinces Carlton to apply for the Founders Scholarship. At practice, Will tries to step up as a leader. Kirk then takes offense. Kirk tells Will they're not his homies from the hood, and this isn't Philly. They have words. Kirk then tells Will, if you're going to be on our team, then watch his mouth and lose the attitude and chill out. So then Will asks everybody on the team, is this how everybody feels about me? So then Will says maybe he is on the wrong team, then walks off. Miss Hughes tells Ashley she's been fired. Phil and Viv get the okay from Carlton's psychiatrist to lower his meds. At the video shoot, Ivy insists on driving the Impala. Jazz then shows up for a surprise visit and sees Ivy behind the wheel of his original mint condition 1964 Impala. Jazz then berates Hillary for lying to him and questions her and Ivy's frenemy status. Jazz then questions why she hasn't gone public with their relationship. Hillary says she needs to retain an aura of attainability. She's an influencer and a brand. Will then plans on quitting the team. Ashley tells her family Miss Hughes has been fired. Phil and Viv tell Carlton they're lowering his dosage. Jackie then tells Will to meet her in Inglewood. Jackie is the young lady he met at the pickup basketball game against Big Dre in episode 1. Viv calls an emergency PTA meeting regarding Miss Hughes' firing. The white parents agree with the firing. Other black parents suggest looking at the system and not the teacher. The school administrator says she was fired for teaching out of the curriculum policy. Vivian then walks out. Phil then meets with Jeffrey at the cigar bar. It's probably the most poignant part of this entire episode. Phil knows G had a good reason, knowing Phil would be upset doing what he did. G's son is named Frederick. I'm saying G is Jeffrey. Jeffrey then questions his decisions and why, and he's not allowed to see his son due to Jeffrey's emotional instability. So now we're getting a little bit of backstory about Jeffrey. This is why Jeffrey goes out of his way to be so calm and measured and tempered, because he has a very, very bad temper, which cost him his relationship and a visitation with his son. Phil then apologizes to Jeffrey and tells him to come back home. Jeffrey offers Phil a cigar. This is poignant because, you don't get to see black men being vulnerable and conflict resolution being shown in a very appropriate and respectable manner, and things work out for the better, okay? I think that's very, very important in this series. Will and Carlton then sneak out to Inglewood to go meet with Jackie. Will then dance with Jackie. Carlton's dance with two girls. Jackie is Doc's niece. So now you're starting to see how it's all playing out. Doc then questions Will how he wound up in Bel Air from Philly. He tells Will to start showcasing his talents, and nobody argues with the winner. The next day, Jeffrey officially returns home. Jeffrey tells Will, no more looking back. Phil then tells Will, brotherhood is precious. Vivian goes to see Reed. Ashley's classmate told her parents Miss Hughes was giving out books outside of the curriculum. Vivian tells Ashley and Carlton if nobody disrupts the system will not change. Hillary then says that Jazz was right and tells her parents they're dating. Phil and Vivian are shocked. Okay, Carlton then rallies the BSU students to protest Miss Hughes' firing. They're planning on doing a blackout, which is all the black students walk out. Okay, Vivian then shows up to Reed's office. He left for an art emergency. Vivian snaps and that she's ending their relationship. Miss Basson, she's a black school administrator. She tells Carlton there's a right way and a wrong way to handle things at Bel Air, and that since he brought it up, his name will be forever tied to it. So then Carlton has doubts about the walkout, aka the blackout. Phil's Will says, "Follow my lead." So at the next game, Will becomes a complete ball hog. He waves off the plays and becomes the leading scorer. So he pretty much goes Kobe on his coach and his team, and they win by 20 points. Doc then congratulates Will. Phil steps in to talk to Doc. Doc then gives Phil his business card. Things are starting to get interesting. So Hillary and Jazz are public. We're gonna see the next episode. I assume that it's gonna be a major fallout from the blackout led by Carlton and Will, and we'll see how Vivian and Reed's relationship continues to deteriorate moving forward with her fellowship. And I like to see, and I want to definitely want to see more of Jeffrey as he's now back into the family fold. So that's episode 2, season 2 of Bel Air. Y'all have a good one. Peace.